Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. I'm in the kitchen today, and I'm going to make some low carbohydrate soup. At least I think it is. You know, the weather is colder, and sometimes I just need a cup of good, wholesome soup. So that's what we're going to make today. So come on in the kitchen and join me. I think you're going to like it. Really easy, really simple. Well, of course it's simple. So come on. Okie doke. Is it cold where you are today? It's a little bit nippy today. It isn't terrible, okay? I've actually already been out and about. I had to, today is Monday, by the way, November the 28th, 2022. I had to zip down to the Dollar General today, and I picked up a few things that I needed. And I got those all taken care of. So I just wanted to make some soup that I can eat for the next couple of days. Because, you know, as I said, sometimes we just need a good hot cup of soup. All right, I've got my saucepan here, ready to go. And I have about 8 ounces of ground beef, a tablespoon of dehydrated onion, 1 egg, and I've got about a half a teaspoon or so of this steak seasoning that I picked up at Aldi. It's really tasty. Here is my dried onion, and of course the egg. Now I'm going to use some bouillon cubes in this, so I'm not going to add salt. Bouillon is going to be plenty salty enough. And we're going to use a can of mixed vegetables, and of course this is going to have some salt in it as well, so I'm not going to add any salt. My other ingredients, I'm going to add a little parsley. Here's the chicken bouillon cubes. I'm going to use 2 of those, and I have them already dissolving in some hot water. I am going to put in a few pepper flakes, and that really should be it. So I'm going to get this mixed up, and I'm going to turn these into some little kind of meatballs. And so we're going to do that. But in the meantime, I'm going, oh, and I have some garlic. So in the meantime, I'm going to turn the heat on under my saucepan, and I'm going to put in my mixed vegetables. I'm not going to drain them. Now, if you're interested in carbohydrates, I try to keep mine. I don't always eat carbohydrates, but when I do, I try to keep them under 20 grams or under. Let's put it like that. So, and some of you probably know these mixed vegetables. They've got carrots and celery and some potato and some corn. And I think that's peas. Got some peas. This particular can of mixed vegetables contains a half a cup is considered a serving if you're eating it from the can. The total carbohydrates are 7. If you do net carbs, and that is for 1/2 cup. If you do net carbs, then the subtracted dietary fiber, and it's 5 grams. That's up to you. You do what you want. So I'm going to start heating these up, and I'm going to put in some garlic. I'm not going to do a full teaspoon because I don't want to, I have other spices and seasoning in there, but put a little garlic in there. And I am going to put in a few red pepper flakes. So I want to get this cooking, get it heated up. It's already cooked. And now I'm going to mix up the meatballs. Now, I like to use the dried onion in these meatballs, and you notice there's no other filler. It's just dried onion. I kind of hate to call them meatballs because that's not really, well, it's not really my intention. But I get this mixed up. If you don't like to use your hands in the raw meat, by all means, do it however you like. You can see the steam coming up. Hang on. Something happened. My camera turned off. I'm not sure where it turned off. We will find out when we edit. I put, just so you know, bring you up to speed, I put in some parsley. I put the can of vegetables in, undrained. I put some garlic in there, less than a teaspoon actually, just a little bit of garlic. And I did put some red pepper flakes in there as well. So we're heating this up, 2 bouillon cubes to 2 cups of water. I don't know why my camera shut off. That's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Also, I think I did mention in this burger mixture, I put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of the steak seasoning. Bring this to a boil. And I've got my little teaspoon measure here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just measure out enough burger here so I can kind of get an idea of how much. I'm just going to drop this in the broth and the vegetables, just like that. I'm not too precise about turning them into a meatball. But I want to bring this down to a simmer because I don't want the boiling action to actually cause my meatballs to fall apart. So I'm going to take this down. This smells pretty good already. Let me taste this. Well, yes, that's good. So here we go. I've got to take that boil down a little bit. So I'm just going to drop these in and try to get them approximately the same size. If I can. Now, I'm going to continue to do this, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I have. Okie dokie. This soup is done. Now, just so you know, I went downstairs, I grabbed an extra can of mixed vegetables just to increase the volume of the soup, and I also added 1 more cube of bouillon and 1 more cup of water. If you don't want to use bouillon, then you can use whatever broth you like. I think this is pretty flexible. I've never made this before. I was thinking about it and I think that would really be delicious, and it would satisfy my soup cravings. Because normally I would eat a lot of soup. So let us see what this looks like. This is my soup mug, and this actually holds, I measured it, it holds about 1.5 cups of soup. So I estimate that in this soup, I'm going to get approximately 9 grams of carbohydrates. And the one reason why I added extra broth to this is because I like my soup nice and soupy. So, I think you can see that this actually looks pretty good. I'm going to eat this one, this serving, and then I'm going to put this in a quart jar, and then I can eat it throughout the week. Let us see, excuse me, let us see what this soup tastes like. Just going to grab this spoon here. I want to taste the broth. Well, I have to say that's pretty delicious. It's salty. I didn't add any salt in it, but it's got plenty. I like the way the vegetables look. They look pretty. And the little parsley in there. Now then, I'm going to taste one of these meatballs. Hopefully I can do it without scalding myself. Let's see. See if I can get a bite. Well, that's pretty good. It's really tasty. Get a little vegetable there. It's hot. That's very, very nice. Now here's the thing about this. It's very inexpensive to make. The vegetables are, I don't know, 54 cents or something from Aldi. It's only got 1/2 pound of hamburger in it. It's got 1 egg in it, which ramps up the protein. And the egg yolk gives us some nice fat in there. The bouillon is fairly cheap. Now, you can use whatever broth you like. You don't have to use bouillon, like I said before. And so it's perfectly tasty. It's got bulk to it because of the meatballs. And you can see how easy it is to do those meatballs. Those meatballs are very easy. Very, very, there's nothing to them at all. Easy to do. And there's no reason why you have to use hamburger. I think you could probably use ground chicken or sausage, and Italian sausage, maybe give this an Italian flavor. And maybe sprinkle a little grated Parmesan on the top. That would be good too. It's very delicious. It really is very good. All right, that is it for me today. I hope this helps you. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, and share. Because if you share, you might help somebody else. This is a very economical soup. I will be able to have several servings of this week, while still keeping my carbohydrates low. I can have the satisfaction of a very nice soup. All right, I love you guys. You know I do. You know I do. And as always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right, you take care of yourselves, and wherever you're at, God bless. I love you. Bye-bye.